undefeated. It's post time. Here's Trevor Denman.
And away they go in the TVG Pacific Classic to a perfect break. Mystery Train on the outside, the big long shot. Mystery Train sprinting away. Game On Dude began beautifully though, and there goes Game On Dude on the inside. They couldn't be going any quicker. They're absolutely sprinting out here. It's 4 lengths back to Toasted New York. Irish Surf down at the rail. In behind that we have Majestic Harbor, and here's Shared Belief in the black colors racing along 6-5 off those leaders. Ice Cream Truck is down at the rail. You Know I Know's alongside of that. Clubhouse Ride taken back second last, gives them 10 length start, and last of all is Imperative. They hit past the 3/4 pole, and Game On Dude showing the way. Game On Dude 3 parts of a length. Mystery Train keeps the pressure on second. 4 lengths back to Irish Surf in third. Toast of New York on the far side. Majestic Harbor at the rail. Shared Belief is racing between horses now. Shared Belief is 6 lengths behind Game On Dude. Then it's You Know I Know. Behind that Ice Cream Truck, Clubhouse Ride, Imperative is last, a good 13 off them. Past a half mile they go, and Game On Dude sets sail for home. Game On Dude opens up to lead by 6 as they go into the turn. Toast of New York coming after them. You Know I Know. Shared Belief is starting his run. Now Shared Belief is on the move, and here comes Shared Belief in the black cap on the outside. 1/4 mile to go. Game On Dude. Toast of New York running a huge one, but it is Shared Belief who's now let loose, and here is Shared Belief on the grandstand side going right on by. Homeward bound in the Pacific Classic, and it's all Shared Belief. Toast of New York, Game On Dude dropping out of it, but it is Shared Belief in another absolutely awesome performance. Shared Belief will remain unbeaten and basically untested. Mike Smith and Shared Belief have won the TVG Pacific Classic. Toast of New York second. Imperative ran on late with Irish Surf and Game On Dude. Then Majestic Harbor. Behind that Ice Cream Truck, You Know I Know. And then Mystery Train and Clubhouse Ride.
A superstar performance from last year's 2-year-old champion, Shared Belief, undefeated in 6 starts and winner of the 2014 TVG Pacific Classic.
A couple of things. Mystery Train did fall off fairly early down the backside. Game On Dude had what he needed if he was the old self. But what impressed me the most about the winner, Shared Belief, was how far back Mike Smith was early. He wasn't stalking. He was mid-pack. Shows you the confidence. Mike Smith had told us earlier that he thought the acceleration that Shared Belief had gave him the option to move anytime he wanted, because he knew he could make up a lot of ground in a short amount of time. He certainly rode him very patient, knowing exactly how fast they were going out front, and turning for home, and he got the money.
Trevor Denman announcing there is a steward's inquiry. You saw Toast of New York and Victor Espinosa may be impeded or bothered by Mike Smith and Shared Belief.
That was at about the 3/16 pole, maybe a little bit before that, when Shared Belief was storming to the lead. You saw Espinosa have to steady just a bit, but Shared Belief was so dominant here. I'll be very surprised if anything happens with this inquiry.
Here we come turning for home. Game On Dude is ID'd on the rail. Mike Smith going left-handed on Shared Belief. He's trying to lug in a little bit, but believe me, that is nothing.
No, he was clear.
That's a good acting job by Victor. Probably the only way he's going to be able to beat Shared Belief is via disqualification. But actually, Shared Belief was running too fast to bother Victor.
And a nice effort from Toast of New York. You know, the horse that was acting up before the race, it ran poorly in the Belmont Oaks on grass to his favorite surface, because this was a superstar performance by Shared Belief. Good effort for both horses.
So the bad boy claims foul. Here's the head-on. This is after the would-be interference. Gentlemen, do the stewards and judges take into consideration how easily a horse wins when there is a lodged objection or an inquiry?
You can forget about that.
Well, they might, but the rule is you can cross lanes and go in front of another horse if you're clear, and Mike was clear. I mean, that was a fairly halfway good acting job by Victor Espinosa, but he was not impeded by Shared Belief.
Halfway good acting job. Somewhere Vladi Divac is smiling at the would-be flop.
This still doesn't prove that Shared Belief is as good as or better than California Chrome. But
what's it going to take?
He's certainly in the conversation. He's going to have to run against it.
If Game On Dude would have come with his good race today and he'd have run him down in the last 16, I would have given this horse a lot more credit. He's still undefeated and he deserves a lot of respect. However, I think to go in front of California Chrome in 3-year-old honor terms, he's going to have to beat him.
And what a race that's going to be. Hopefully we'll see it in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
It'll be a jungle in the winner's circle as Jim Rome's Shared Belief scores in the Pacific Classic. We check in with Kenny Rice.
Jerry Hollendorfer, winning trainer. You worried about this inquiry?
I'm not sure. You know, the stewards are looking at it and taking a while to look at it.
What do you think?
Well, I don't think he interfered with the horse. No.
What do you think about this performance? He's still perfect, and he just took off like a shot.
Great performance.
What's been impressive about this horse as he's grown throughout this year, Jerry?
Just his consistency, and he does whatever we ask him to do.
Congratulations.
Thanks you very much.
All right, Lafitte.
He can't enjoy it yet.
He
With
can't
the
take his
pending
eyes.
inquiry, he can't enjoy it.
He can't take his eyes off the tote board.
Well, here we take one more look at it. I mean, I don't think anything is going to happen. Mike Smith in the 3 lane with Shared Belief. Everybody's in their lane. Victor Espinosa on Toast of New York is in the 2 lane. Game On Dude keeps his path on the rail. And as Mike goes by and starts to open up, he goes to the left hand to make sure that Shared Belief doesn't go in too much, because he can feel the horse starting to lean in slightly. But he's not even in front of Victor Espinosa when he starts to stand up and steady, and now he's already clear of him. So, in my opinion, this is a ghost.
11, 8, 3, 5. Pending inquiry, Shared Belief